And we are live, review and a half show. I'm your host, as always, Chad from 90 Miles from Comics. We also have my brother, Cwood, in the building. What's going on, Cwood?
Oh man, it has been far too long since I have had the chance to talk turtles with these fine turtle fans. Just happy to be here, guys. Thanks for having me.
Oh, and I am excited that you're here, and I'm even more excited because we just got a special surprise from our other turtle brother, Who Dat Comics and more. What's going on, Who Dat?
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing today? Just gonna probably have the camera off since I'm driving, but I can talk on this wireless mic.
No, that's awesome. We appreciate you just hopping in, so you can just. We just need you to talk. That's it. We don't. So perfect. We appreciate you hopping in, talking some turtles. As a terrible host as I am today, I don't even have the chat up. So I don't know. Cwood, you probably got it up already.
Yeah, of course I do. We got a couple people in the chat. We got Caleb, the Comic Smurf Murphy. He's in the chat saying, "Yo!" Always like seeing Caleb in the chats. And we also have Wolf65. How's it going, man? And yo, bro, YouTube is 90. It says JB from All About Comics. Once again, thank you, JB, for plugging the show this afternoon on What's on the Day with Discovery Bay, one of the must-see shows on YouTube. So thank you guys for joining us tonight.
Appreciate you guys. And now I have my chat up. So thank you guys. And we all know the turtle heads will start trickling on in as we start talking some turtles. But outside of that, you guys been having a good week so far?
Oh, it's a great week now for me. I'm on vacation.
Oh, I'm jealous. I am jealous. I wish I was on vacation, but that'll be another day. Did you guys read anything from New Comic Book Day yet, or no?
I want to say no. I can't remember what I read. The only thing I read was the Ninja Turtles.
I was just that was going to be my next question. Most importantly, did you guys read Turtles? Because that's why we are here. And I will say this: I'm torn on like what my favorite turtle read was between that Batman TMNT issue 2 and then, of course, issue 94, because we know City at War is full on at war already. But,
I'll be honest, I didn't even read the Batman and then the Turtles.
Oh, really? No, that's fine.
It's been a hellish week. That's why I can't wait for my vacation in another week. One more week of work, and then I get a little time off. But I mean, I did read the main one for topic is that Turtles City at War. All I can say is I don't appreciate Chad because now I'm got to buy some back issues of Turtles and read up.
Yeah, but I will tell you this as Cwood, as my witness, it's worth it, man. It is a great read. I think you will enjoy it. And I mean, you could just jump in at City at War, but I think that if you go back and just read some of like the key, you don't have to read everything, but I think the key things: Death of Donatello. You got to read the Death of Shredder. You got to read the Death of Krang, and I think that will, kind of put you more or less where you need to be right now. But man,
what issue is the Death of Shredder? Because that's where I wanted to start at.
That's 50.
50, okay. Because I bought the last couple that came out, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna start wherever the Death of Shredder was. And that's what we must start.
Yeah, that's 50, and it's surprisingly like people don't talk about that issue, and even it being the death, like it still pretty much goes for cover price, and the cover price on that one's $8, just so you know, because it has like the hard stock cover, and I'll say it's pretty well. Actually, shout out to the Underwhaler, because he actually sent me some turtle books, and he sent me cover B of 50. I had cover A, but it's a big book, and it's got, I don't know, the pages and everything on it. Like you can see, it's got a nice spine and whatnot on it. But if you come across it, it's $8. And you might even find them cheaper in some places, but I would definitely tell you pick that one up, man.
12% eBay bucks right now, so I might look on eBay.
Hell yeah!
I'm wondering if Who Dat AOK'd me one technically from I actually got a turtle AOK myself. Who Dat was selling this lot of turtle books, and Comic Spectre outbid me. And then I got this lot on my porch the other day from Who Dat. I'm like, what in the world did I buy from Who Dat this time? I don't even remember. And I open it up, and it's got this nice note that says, Comic Spectre wanted you to have these Who Dat comics movies. So I got I think this might be that square bound one you were talking about. I don't even know which issue it is, but it's a really nice cover.
Oh hell yeah! Can you see on the side
square bound?
If
it doesn't say the issue number, but it definitely it's a nice thick book there.
So yeah, it's either got to be 50 or it could be 75 because 75 was the death of Krang. Spoiler for those people.
I might have to crack it open. It's from 2017, if that helps.
I think that's 50.
Nice. Thanks, Who Dat. So then I needed.
I don't remember what issue it is.
Yeah. And I needed this issue 42 for my volume 1 run, so I thought that was awesome. I got another copy of issue 8, another copy of Michelangelo, and then these two I didn't have. Like I said, I gotta look up the issue number on this one, but that's another cool looking cover.
Great cover. Shout out to Biggie Shaq joining us in the chat.
What's up, Biggie Shaq, clanging and banging. Always love seeing that guy.
Hey, the snake.
I got the Tales version of issue 7. So big thanks to Who Dat and Comic Spectre once again for those.
For the tag team A-OK. I like it. Yeah, so issue, I guess we're talking about 94. Let's just hop into it. Issue 94. So it pretty much, takes off right after Free Comic Book Day, and they're trying to get Jenny to was it Dr. I want to say, is it Hal? I could be wrong on there. They're trying to get him back to the doctor they've been using, throughout this entire series, and it's the same doctor that they used to implant Donatello's mind into the bot. So anyway, they're trying to get Jenny there, and while that's all happening, it was Donnie and Michelangelo in the van, if I'm not mistaken, and then Ralph winds up coming, and then Leo winds up coming. And I guess my favorite part is when Leo kind of breaks off to the side, and he's got to break the news to Splinter, and Splinter's just damn it, why would you guys go without secret meetings? I told you I would be handling all these matters, and then pretty much from that point on tells him stay there, do not do anything. I'm taking care of the rest. We're not going to tell you what he does. I guess we'll try to keep the rest of the spoiling out of it, but I would say that was probably one of my favorite parts because you got that part with Leo, Leo doesn't really mess up a lot, you know what I mean? And you could tell he felt like he messed up, and not only with him having to tell him that happened, but being, I guess, the great ninja he is, he was very observant and was like, look, that did happen, but we have to be on the lookout because there's more than just what, there's more. Karai brought more with her from Japan than what we think, and we have to be prepared for that. And that's what he was, giving that, the heads up to Splinter. And I thought that was pretty cool, man. So I would say that was my favorite part of the book. And then from there, things start to progress a little more. I don't know if you guys want to hop in on anything.
One of my favorite parts, I don't think it spoils anything, was when Ralph and Hobbs were talking.
Oh yeah,
and it reminded me of old school Ralph and Ninja Turtles because I know you're not afraid to for a fight, and he kind of can see him smirk a little bit, and he's like, yeah, I'm going with these guys.
Yeah. And then he was trying to figure out what they were trying to do, but at one point in time he's like, whatever, I'm just I'm here for the fight. It's true Raph style, right? So I thought it was cool that I guess that whole mutant, because the mutant war is breaking out too, and I guess they're more or less spotlighting that in that TMNT universe. And I was on that when it first came out, but I know they had referenced that. I guess that person that they were after was from that comic. So I'm not, and name was Noel, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yeah, that's what it said in here. It was Noel, which that's what I was going to ask you because you had such a good sales pitch on this book, the Batman one, and Shredder in Hell. Yeah. Is TMNT Universe not worth reading on top of all these two?
I wouldn't say that it's not worth, because I'm sure if Edwin was here, he would tell you it is, and I'm sure it is as well. I just know I got up to about issue, I want to say 6 or 7, And during this time, and this is like, back, probably like a year and a half ago now, or 2 years ago, I was in the middle of changing LCSs, and it's just one of those things. I never wound up putting it back onto my pull list, and I wasn't sure really where it was going, because at that time I had you had the TMNT universe, you had this, and I myself was confused on what was going on, because there were certain things that were happening in the beginning of that run that didn't seem to line up with what was happening in the ongoing title, so I felt like it didn't need to be on it. But now reading that, I was like, damn, it seems they were probably pushing more of the mutant side of things in that comic later, and like steered away from the turtles, and that would probably have been more informative. So I don't have as much insight on that as I would like. So my bad. But I think it's cool though how they use that whole group from like the show, man. So and how they incorporate Hobbs and everybody. I think that just and Pete sitting there too when
Mondo Gecko, one of my favorites. I always like seeing Mondo Gecko. I remember having that action figure.
So it's probably not that affordable now. I don't think it was a popular figure.
No.
So
it was not a popular figure, but we got some more popular people joining us in the chat. John's Comics with Kids. What's going on? We also have my brother, Highly a Comic Bro. We got Shelly Cakes in the building as well. What is going on, guys? Thank you for joining us. You guys are awesome. Getting your turtle talk in. So appreciate y'all. So I'll say this. I love the art in this book. I do wish, though, they brought Santiago back, the guy that's doing Shredder in Hell, and he did like some of the bigger issues. But, I'm digging the art overall. I love the story and where this is all going. Things are popping off. The ending was cool, I thought, and not really trying to spoil anything for those that you want to read it, but I dug the ending, and I still like how at the end of the books too, they still show you like the territories that are still happening and like, changing and whatnot. So no, I'm digging it, man. I'm still on Turtles. If you're not reading, I think you guys should be on it. I wish Edwin was here, because I'm sure he would be pitching it even more.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this issue. I've really enjoyed the City at War stuff so far. I mean, there are definitely at least two characters in this. I mean, they get dirty in this book, or they either get dirty or they're gonna get their hands real dirty by issue 95. So it's not something you expect to see when hearing or reading about a TMNT book. So I've only really been reading for maybe like 6 or 7 issues. So if someone out there is thinking about getting like just hopping in on this, get 92 basically on up.
Yeah.
I think you can easily enjoy this if you've liked Turtles in the past. So this has been one of my favorite comics I've been reading the last couple months.
Yeah, I gotta get 92. I picked up 93, so I'm probably gonna do some back reading. Read 92, 93. Or I like even numbers. I might start at 90, something crazy. But I have to say, thank you for telling me about that 50, because I just bought it for like under $7.99 on eBay. Thanks to eBay. It was like somebody had it for $3.99 plus $3.99 shipping.
Nice.
What cover is it?
Cover B.
Oh, nice. Yo, hell yeah. That's what's up.
So I was like, awesome. But I like. I think it's my favorite read so far, and I've been reading that one and Shredder in Hell, and I've only read that one issue, but I really enjoyed it. I mean, it actually got me trying to go back and read the City at War from Volume 1, because they did City at War back then, and just to compare both little themes, I guess, see how they compare to each other.
And I do like, you had that one little panel. I guess it's a spoiler, but whatever, man. But of Leatherhead,
yeah,
and they do have like one whole arc with him in it, which is awesome. And I want to say that it's like in the late '60s, like early '70s run. I would say if you guys find any or 60, I want to say 65, probably like 72. Those issues, it's like all Leatherhead, and it's pretty cool. And I just like how they incorporate all these characters, man, like throughout the book, and how it's like building up, and like you said, see where it things about to get down and dirty, and and there's a lot, towards the end of the book, it starts to build up, and it's got this fast-paced action type feel, and it definitely feels like it's going to be going down in the next issue, man. I'm hoping we can get Edwin in here to talk the next one, man, because we're going to need everybody on board for that, because as they need more hands and more ninjas, so to speak, we're going to need everyone we can to tackle issue 95. So, and if you read the book, you might have caught my drift there if you read the book. Honestly, I thought the end was cool, man. I totally dug that. I was like, yo, this is cool. I'm in, So,
what issue is the Death of Kang? Since I'm in a buying mood,
I want to say,
I think it was this one, wasn't it? 75.
Yeah, I believe it's 75. I have it in this box next to me just to confirm it.
This thing's basically like a trade.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's
everybody's death has to be a trade.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's around that same. They did the same thing where it's like a hard stock cover.
Yeah, I kind of want to read this now, but it's like a really nice, glossy, like shiny trade. So it's like square bound and everything. I'm like, man, this is really nice.
It's
a cool cover for
75.
an A cover too. Yeah, that's it. That's the A cover they're showing.
The
in
A
here.
cover. So I don't have the B cover on this one, just the A. 75. Who that?
Actually, I want to say the book you have is actually 75. Cwood, I think.
Yeah. I cracked it open just to see which one it was. So it's some sort of variant cover for 75. So like I said, I kind of want to read this, but I don't want to get my fingerprints all over your nice variant cover here.
Yeah, it's a cool book, and that whole arc with Triceratons is super cool too. So. All right. Well, I know you didn't read this next one, Who Dat. So sorry if we spoil it, but
it's all right. I mean, I'm definitely gonna read it. I actually got a second copy, so I'm definitely gonna crack one up and read it.
I don't know.
Williams, that's right.
You guys have read the other Batman TMNT runs or no?
No, I haven't read the first two, but I'm currently trying to read this one.
Okay, gotcha. Well, I guess I'm the sucker that's read all of them, and I
read the first one. I didn't get too much into the second one though, but so far I've really enjoyed the third one.
I'll say this: I think the concept out of the three, this is the best concept, hands down.
I agree.
And even in this issue, like, even solidifies that for me. Like, just, I don't know, the world or without spoiling, but like, I guess this world building or this multiverse building that they've done in this issue was just awesome. And I think they hit it like on the head, so to speak. And you really get that feel of classic Turtles for a good like 6 pages, which is awesome. And then, of course, they're bringing it back to this multiverse that they've created, and then let me put that on you. See what?
Yeah, that's just. I'm so happy they let Kevin Eastman even do some of the interiors in this. It just looks awesome.
Yeah, bro, it's so.
Freddie Williams and Kevin Eastman. This is just a good-looking book.
I know you probably can't see that, Who Dat, but you would really appreciate see what is showing off, man. It is some beautiful stuff. So, yo, what up, Dark Mufasa, my MCE brother? What's going on, man? Appreciate you for joining us. So, yeah, man, just super cool. This book, I mean, without, I guess, spoiling too much in it, it just pretty much is setting up how this universe has come to be, And I think we kind of talked about it the last show when we talked about this book. Like, each turtle is like a different, Bat family member. So this book just pretty much explains to you, like, how they've gotten to this point. And what's kind of cool is you kind of have, I'm not going to tell you which turtle, but you got one of the original turtles from, like, the 1980s run, and like in this universe, but he's drawn still like the 1980s run. And I think that's, like, to me, is the coolest part. Like, even though he's like part of our universe or this universe, he's not really part of it. And they like make sure that you understand that, and it sticks out like a sore thumb. But it looks awesome at the same time. So
Yeah, this read is also starting to remind me of that movie they made when they finished the 2000s run called Turtles Forever, where like the 90s like animated turtles meet the 2000s animated turtles, but then like the climax of that movie is where they all go meet the original turtles, and because that's like Earth Prime for them, so that's where kind of like even this book kind of almost says that like that's where everything stems from, and this is the 1984 Kevin Eastman or the Eastman and Laird comic, that first one that's from the art I showed earlier. So that's why I'm really enjoying this run. Not to mention the version of Batman they have running around halfway through this is also kind of like I don't know if it was like an 80s Batman or more like a Adam West style Batman.
yeah,
But I thought it was pretty funny.
yeah, no, for sure. And I also like just the concept of what they've done with the Joker and Shredder, and the laughing gang or the smile gang, so to speak. So, and you kind of get a little tease, more of that, but not too much on that. So you're hoping we'll see a little more of that in the next upcoming issues. But yeah, I agree with you there. See what like it's one of the coolest parts of this book,
Oh yeah.
And you need to read it, Who Dat. It's freaking awesome.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna read it because it was actually next to the other book I read, but I wanted to make sure I read the City at War because I was really intrigued because of the name.
Yeah.
Oh, no, and understandably, City at War. Who doesn't want to read anything called City at War, right? So, if you're not a man, honestly, if you love Batman and you love Turtles, you got to read this. I just think that, like, it's just to me. So, good stuff. So, outside of that, my AOK from, as I showed you guys, that 50 from the Underwhaler, he sent me an extra copy of #1, and I'm sending off this issue and copy to Biggie Shack because he won the first Turtles giveaway. So I'm adding that to his prize. So Biggie Shack, this is coming your way. Shout out to Biggie Shack. And then he also sent me this awesome Turtles cover, man. I think you got this one too, Cwood, no?
I thought about I don't know if I ever got that one or not. That's an awesome cover, though. I think auction.
What cover is it? Is it?
It's a Kevin Eastman Michelangelo. What's the issue on?
Oh yeah.
So it's issue 80, and it's the Planet Awesome Collectibles.
I have that one.
Okay, that's where I've seen it. Then I'm like,
That's a really nice cover. I'm gonna have to seek that one down. I don't think I have.
I got it in I think I got it in one of those mystery boxes.
Yeah, I think I've seen a couple of people get that in that
Spider-Man booth. Yeah, exactly where I've seen people get it. I didn't get it. Oh, that's probably where he got it. And then was like, yo, Turtles ain't my thing, Chad. You have it. I'm all about it. It's such a dope cover. So it's issue 80. Cool. Didn't know that. Sweet. Have you guys seen that Batman TMNT animated movie yet?
I have not.
No.
See if it comes on the DC streaming app, and it has not yet. They had like this like streak of like when the movie came out, it'd go right on the app. So I didn't know if Batman TMNT was going to do that, so I didn't pre-order or buy it, but I may see if it's going to be on there or check it out on Redbox in the next few days.
I have not seen it, but I plan on watching it, and maybe that's what we can talk about next week. We'll talk about that. And we'll all figure out some way to watch it. And as we say that, Caleb says he's watching it right now. So that's too funny. Too funny. But yeah, something I wanted, had it on my list. I have not seen it yet, but I've heard great things about it. A couple guys on the MCE show, they were saying that, they weren't too sure about it. After they watched it, they say they loved it and, completely like changed their mind. Because I guess, the animated style that it's drawn in, they're not like the fondest of, but I guess once it started rolling that they were able to get past it. So I definitely want to check it out, and we'll talk about it next week. That's what it sounds like a plan to me. We'll tell Edwin to watch it. I'm sure he'll be about it too. So outside of that, you guys got anything you want to plug? Anything you want
nothing besides I got a contest going to be ending soon. So people hop on that. I have a video for that and tells you what to do and stuff like that. Yeah, I think trying to think what else we got going on, but no, I got that going on. Going to see maybe that new X-Men movie soon, so that'll be good. And we're gonna have some comic in the bank action hopefully soon for some. Y'all be in the lookout for that. We're all like in this little kind of like Fight Club that we can't talk about Fight Club, but we're gonna talk about Fight Club. But yeah, it's gonna be very interesting when all is all said and done. So y'all be on the lookout for that. And trying to think if I'm doing anything on my channel besides the auction maybe next month, but I'll keep people in line for that. Stay tuned for that. So we'll do a little auction on a Saturday, possibly the first Saturday of the month. And also check out shout out to Comic Core. Look at those guys have a contest as well. So I will be entering that. so I got a lot of videos, a lot of stuff I'm doing, and you'll see me on here. If we're doing it every Thursday, at least 2 Thursdays out of the month, I'll be here.
Sweet. Yeah, we could try. I think we should probably shoot just for 2 Thursdays out of the month. That
sounds good for me.
Might make a good cycle for this show,
Yeah.
But Cwood, you are the man on YouTube. What the hell you got going on, brother?
Like Who Dat said, we do have the Comic Core contest going on where we're all going to be at Baltimore Comic-Con, and the winner of the contest gets to join us at Baltimore Comic-Con. So check out the Comic Core channel for more details on that. I would love to hang out with all you guys out there, so please enter the contest. Also, here in about 90 minutes-ish or so, we'll be back on the Comic Core channel talking about Swamp Thing, episode 2. It was a pretty good episode, so definitely check that on the Comic Core coming up here in about 90 minutes. I should have at least, hopefully by this weekend, I'll have an edited final part to my Signature Series videos. So I got to do the wall next. So that means I got to bust out my phone and try to get that on my computer to edit it. So that'll be a fun experiment for me. And then I think not next Tuesday, but the following Tuesday will be my next Tuesday night live stream where I kind of recap the month of June. It's just getting started, so yeah, I'm going to try to run a Tuesday night live stream last Tuesday of each month. So other than that, that's all I got going on. Unless there's certain Caleb Comic Smurf who wants to come after the YouTube champion. More on that later too.
Yeah, I've heard some rumblings about that.
Yeah.
Actually,
I gotta go to Target to buy a toy belt tomorrow, basically.
Now, I also know somebody that's actually trying to come at the cover championship. And right now, there ain't no better place to show this off.
Yeah.
Cover championship right now. This is my first appearance of Casey Jones. And the tone, you stupid idiot. You've forgotten that YouTube is 90. And all you stupid idiots out in the world that don't already know that, you're going to see that once again when the Tone gets his shot at the cover championship. But guess what? That ain't going to be now, Tone. You're going to have to wait because I'm still resting up from being put in the coffin from the underwear. I'm still trying to figure out who I have on my side because we all know I'm a conspiracy victim. We all know McSands and everyone else in the Hunt Federation planted those people to vote against me in the Hunt, and the Underwear is walking around with my championship. But we'll get to that another time. But I'm still the cover champ. Best believe that, the Tone.
We need Ralphus with a blue wrench or something.
Right? So I'm trying to figure out like the Ayatollah of comic book collecting Olas or something. Like I'm trying to figure out like to make that the next line I'm using from Jericho, but I've not been able to figure that part out yet to relate it. But I want to thank all of you guys for joining me in the chat. My brother Javi's in here. What's going on, Javi? And all the 90 holics that are already in here, they already know that YouTube is 90. You can find me on That Geek Show on MCE every Monday night. Also, right back here every Wednesday with my boys Javi, D-Hide, as we talk comics, show you guys what we picked up, show some variants. Now we're even talking specs. You definitely want to hop in the chats for that because I'm specking on things hardcore now. And next Thursday, be right back here as I'm joined by Cwood and Who Dat. Now Caleb the Comic Smurf Murphy, he's going to be joining us next week because he's watching the movie as we speak. So he wants to get in on the conversation. So he will be here. So make sure you guys go watch Batman TMNT, the animated movie. So you join us next week on the talk as we review in a half shell, Cowabunga, Turtle Talk Thursday, guys. We appreciate you, man. Who Dat? Cwood. Thank you, guys. Till next week, Cowabunga.